No, funny chip. Hello.
What's poppin'? What's poppin'? It's your boy V Kush Beats. BTS Movement is the team. Today we're going to get into the third part of how to make $500 off your beats. Before we get started, everybody introduce yourselves. Let's go.
What's up, guys? Travis with T Customs Productions.
What up, everybody? It's your boy KC.
What's good, people? It's your boy Will. Beatmobile. Beatmobile.com.
All right. So for the last two webinars, we've been talking, just giving you guys tips on how to diversify your income and make more money off your beats. And today we want to get into the third part of this series, which is not so much about beat sales, but other things you can bring into your arsenal to increase your income. So we're going to start it off with something that pretty much all of us do, which is studio sessions. Will, since you're in the studio right now, you can start it off.
Well, one of the things you can do if you have your studio set up to record artists, it's an easy way to make money. I mean, you can do package deals, you can do straight mixing, recording. There's a lot of things you can do to bring in extra money, because as Brian knows, every Saturday I hit.
And every Saturday.
Yeah, the price is going to vary. How you going to do things. Like, I can charge $50 an hour. Some people might charge you $45, $35. So it's up to you. But the bottom line is you got to have a good product. You can't charge somebody $50 an hour and your mixing skills not up there. So you might want to do is go online, get some of these tutorials, learn how to mix vocals. So you make sure you got to have some of the good equipment also. Not saying you need the most expensive, but you can't have like a USB mic. It's not going to work. So make sure you have a good mic, some good equipment, and it's no way to make money. I know Brian can talk on this also.
I definitely do a lot of sessions. I work out of my house sometimes, but I rent a space. I rent a space in the studio, and I have artists come through, and we get it in. But like I said, it's just like Will said, you gotta have good equipment. Don't gotta be the best, but it's gotta be good equipment, and you have to have a good ear for mixing. So I know me, I went to school for engineering. I don't know if anybody else on the panel has, but if you can, get that knowledge. But to be honest with you, the best thing you can do is just start recording. Like if it's the homie on the block, start recording. Start recording now, seeing if you got that ear. And just keep working on your craft, man. Just keep working on your craft. The more you work on it, the better you get, the more money you can charge. And it's good money. I mean, $30, $40 an hour is a whole lot better than having to kill yourself to sell a beat a day. And every artist needs to get studio time. I mean, I first started out, I was selling out $10 an hour is what I started at. And I wasn't the best engineer at that point, but for $10 an hour, it was worth it. Cash.
I mean, that young $35, $40 an hour, that's what I charge now, too. It's nice, man. Like you said, it's a good... I made so much money last year just straight up from recording people, having that knowledge and applying it. I mean, you also have to apply marketing techniques that we've showed you to get people to know that you record. But once you get them there and you can prove your product, it's a great alternative to make money. And there's an infinite amount of, there's a rapper in your city. I can just say that right now. I don't care where you are. There's a city, I'm from Wisconsin, and there's this small city called Baraboo, and someone from Baraboo on my AWeber had signed up for my email list. And that town, like, legit has 300 people in it. So there's a rapper in your city that needs to record. And, again, you don't need expensive equipment. Graham from the Recording Revolution, he just put out a video yesterday how he used the MXL Cube microphone, and, dude, his vocals came out amazing on that. So you don't need expensive equipment. You just need to know how to use it, too. So.
And as far as offline goes, that you working with artists and them knowing you record also opens you up to selling more beats. Like, oh, they come to record, I got beats too. Oh, word. You catch offline sales just being the engineer. And every artist that records at your studio, if they get a good sound, they're going to recommend you to somebody else. You make more money, man. It's a good lick. I ain't going to lie.
What also I do to kind of keep people coming back is my business card is actually like a punch card on the back. So once they do 7 hours, they get the 8th hour for free. You can also Will was saying that you can do it per hour, or you can do it per project. You can also do it per song too, is another option. That way the artist can spend as much time as they want in the studio on a song and get it right. And it's probably almost better for you if they're a newer artist, because they really don't know how to be in front of a microphone. Yeah. But that's just another option.
I do a lot of block rates. Everybody that comes to mind, they do blocks. So.
Yep.
But the good thing is, if you're really good what you can do, and this will be stop becoming a beat maker and become a producer, they can bring somebody else's track in.
Mm-hmm.
And you got like you said, Brian, you got a good ear, and you know how, okay, you got too many syllables in here, you're bunching words up. That's called producing. You know what I'm saying? I would change this here, I would change this here. I think you should come down your cadence and speed up here and change the dynamics of your voice. That's producing. You don't got to make the beat to be a producer. You know what I'm saying? So if you do that, you can actually start charging more. I mean, you might charge $25 an hour just to record them. That's it, and then you're done. But you say, look, if you want me to produce the track, man, it's $35 an hour. You know what I mean? So those just like you can change up the price point, because you always gotta have a different price point. Because personally, if I'm going to record you, I'm not doing vocal edits. I'm not going to mix it and master it for you. My job is to record it. You can take it to your home or somewhere else and do your own edits and mix it. Now you want me to do all that? That's why I charge $50 an hour.
Mm-hmm.
That's to record you, do the vocal edits, and mix it. And then you want me to master it? That's $25 on top of that.
Yep.
You know what I mean? So, and don't be afraid to ask for the money.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? You're gonna get the money if you ask for it.
Don't ask, you don't get.
Yeah, don't be scared. It's a business. You think you're going to McDonald's, they're gonna be like, look at you. You're gonna look at them. They're gonna look at you. No, they're gonna say $8.95.
And then they're gonna say you wanna upgrade that.
You know what I'm saying? 50 cents more, you get a large soda. Same thing. Take these models and use them. Take everything you see on TV and use them. Models, the emails you get from other companies, and use them and put it towards your studio stuff.
And quick tip: make sure you make it clear at the beginning what they want to do. Don't just start telling people what they need to do on their track. Like if they want you to be a producer, make sure you establish that at the beginning of the session or the beginning of the project. Otherwise, they'll be like, "Who the fuck is this dude trying to tell me?" Pardon my language.
Right.
What's up?
You could take this, and let me go ahead and chime in, because I primarily run. I have a space here that I could actually record local artists, but it's not really the best equipped to do that. So I was talking to the guys earlier. I would say about 99+% of my income is online based. Does that mean that you still can't get these extra kind of income? What I do is I don't actually record artists and get studio sessions, but I accept stems to be mixed and mastered. So if an artist needs their track mixed and mastered, I have that service. Or if a producer needs or a beat maker needs their track mixed and mastered, I have that capability, and I can do that. I can apply the same things that I know from my music production. So don't think that just because you don't have a space to record an artist that you can't still generate extra income off of related services, because I do it every month. I have artists that actually have 3. I've got one I got to finish up tonight, a mix and master tonight I'm going to be sending over. I've got one I got to do for tomorrow, and then the following day I think I have an instrumental that I have to finish up. So that's depending on what constraints of your service, whatever you offer. You may have deluxe packages. I just keep a basic mixing and mastering service. All of the details are outlined there. And to be honest with you guys, 110%, I do not promote it at all. I don't put ads for my mixing and mastering. I don't do anything to promote it. I shot maybe one video a long time ago, but I get a lot of organic traffic like through SEO and artists who have found my mixing and mastering page have terminated their search there. If you guys know anything about SEO, if somebody's searching for a certain keyword and they find your page and they terminate their search, if they bounce back to the search engine and they keep searching for other stuff, that tells Google that they didn't find what they were looking for. But if artists come, in this case, if they're looking for mixing and mastering, hip-hop mixing and mastering, they find my mixing and mastering page and they terminate their search there, meaning they checked out and they purchased and they didn't go back to the SERP, then that tells Google that, okay, maybe this is a query that we should, or this is an entry that we should push up higher in the search engine. So to be honest with you, I generate a lot of nice side income off this mixer and mastering, but I don't promote it at all. It's just all passive. If somebody comes to my site, they see I have the service there available. But I just want to let you guys know that if you don't have a place to record artists and bring them into your own home studio, there's still a lot of nice extra supplemental income to be made just from mixing and mastering.
I like mixing and mastering.
Definitely a good. I love mixing and mastering. I love the fact that, you know, like if you can get like I said, it's just what Travis said. If you get some stems, I mean, you can charge $20 a song and make some money. Like, there's so many other ways to make money other than you just selling your beats, as long as you take the time to learn different aspects of music production. You know what I mean? You want to be well-rounded, because when you're well-rounded, you get these different opportunities to make money. And when you got 4 or 5 different income streams just off of the production that you do, or just because you being a music producer, your bottom line is going to grow at the end of the day.
Takes a lot of weight off your shoulders too.
It's the only way that I'm able to do this full time. It's the only way. Like, I could probably do it just with beats, but it just makes it so much easier with the multiple streams of income. There was actually a post that I saw, if you guys know Urban Threshold, there was something that DJ Payne 1 reposted a number of days ago, and it was basically like 4 tips to how to build your fan base as an independent artist producer. And number 2 on that, I want to read you a little excerpt from this. It says, get a budget, make a quality product, develop a business plan, create a marketing strategy, and tap into multiple revenue streams. This is for producers, artists. It's like you think of a recording artist. Do they just make money off of their music?
Nope.
Is it not merchandise and shows? And there's different, even within the music, like we talked about before, selling your beats, there's multiple ways to sell your beats just within that product itself. So it's the same with their music, but then when they venture out into, you know, fan experiences where they can come and meet, they sell these kind of packages. That's another VIP, you know, exclusive access, and they have all these different packages that they put together that have merchandise and exclusive gear and all these. Maybe they'll print so many records and LP, you know, put the album on wax for 100 exclusive copies, and you have to get this one bundle. So there's a zillion ways to diversify, and until you really have to you know, I think a lot of producers just get stuck in wanting to sell beats, and that's all well and fine. But if you want to get there quicker, you gotta to look at the broader, you know, idea and say, okay, what can I tap into? What are my skill sets? If you're good at mixing and mastering, it might be something that you want to open up and offer to your producer following. Say, hey, I can mix your beats. I make, you know, or I can, hey, if you're a recording artist, hey, send me the stems. You got a nice, decent quality on your home mic. Send me the stems, and I can show you, give you an example of what kind of work I can do. Yep. Give them a price, and then if you get enough people, then you'll have a demo. You can show people, okay, this is the previous work that I've done, and now you start offering a service on your website. Okay, yeah, I'm interested in mixing and mastering. Okay, here's all the information outlined for you. Here's a demo of the past work that I've done, and that's it. If people like your work, they're going to conduct business with you, and if you do a good job on their particular tracks, they're going to come back, and then it opens you up for offering bundles. And okay, I'm going to do your whole album or your whole mixtape for this amount of, you know, this price or whatever. So just don't, you know, definitely explore all of the opportunities. That's what you want to do, is make sure that you're exploring all of the avenues. And so these are just a few, the studio sessions, mixing and mastering. I don't know if there's anything else you wanted to add to the mixing and mastering, but we were going to talk about a couple other, you know, avenues of things that you wanted, you know, as far as diversing your income.
Pretty much. Go ahead.
I just wanted to say, if you're trying to be a producer and a beat maker nowadays, you have to be fairly good at mixing and mastering anyway, so it's really nothing extra for you to offer that service. Just put a little tab up on your website, and boom. And then you could be like Travis and not promote it, and then just.
But I'm saying, the only reason why I said that is because what I don't want producers in particular to think is, okay, I can now offer mixing and mastering as a side income, and now all I have to do now is create an ad and put it on Facebook and say, hey, you can get high quality mixing and mastering for X amount of price, and then people are just automatically going to pay you for it. That's not the way that it works, because you have to establish the know, like, and trust, like all of the other things. So that's the only reason why I said that, was just to make that point that I'm not even promoting it. It's just based off of relationships and previous business that I've done that people have came and found my page, and they're doing business with me as far as mixing and mastering is concerned. So don't think that just because I'm offering this service that somebody's now just going to come and buy just because you offer the cheapest price of any mixing and mastering service out on the market. That's not the way that it works.
And understand
he still paved the way. He's still putting the work to get that.
Understand you have to work on it too. Like mixing and mastering is not something that you just can do. Like you literally have to work on it. It's a skill. It's a skill, and if you don't have that skill and you're out there trying to charge people for it, you can lose customers if you don't really work on that skill. So work on it as much as you can, and you'll get to that bread.
And one of the key things you understand, your room has to be right, because if your room's not right, you're not used to it, it'll throw you think something sounds awesome in the studio, it gets in their car and there's nothing but bass.
Yep.
Because your room just doesn't even hold bass. Like I know my room, I have to enhance this a little bit of the mids. I know where my room sets. You know what I mean? So that's part of mixing and mastering. You also got something with mastering is it's not you add anything, it's you cutting little things away to make it sound better.
Definitely.
And then of course you got the loudness wars. They want things that like almost like -7, -6 now, which is ridiculous, but that's the way they want it. So you got to learn those things, and like you said, like what's the guy's name? You said Chaz, Recording Revolution guy.
Graham.
Yeah, like he has a lot of free stuff. You know what I mean? You gotta pay for none of this. Just go there and watch it.
He has a lot of stuff. So if you're trying to learn and get that skill developed, he has a huge channel, and Joe Gilder, which is their partners pretty much, but they have a lot of good stuff.
Definitely. So mixing and masters done. We want to get into sound kits, and I know Travis is big on kits. If you want to pop that off, it's on you, bro.
I mean, I've talked about it before, man. It's like, again, it's just another avenue for me. So it's like, I said this too, is I love to check my email. When new notifications come in, I'm always anxious to see the amounts, to see what it was. Did I sell this one sound kit? Was it a bundle? Did I sell a beat bundle? Was it a beat tape bundle? Was it a mixing and mastering? Was it a payment from Google? We'll get into that in a little bit. Like, there's all these different avenues now set up, affiliate commissions that are coming in, and so it makes my life a lot easier. Me sustaining myself full time with this, it makes it a lot easier knowing that I have the potential to make income from all these different ways. So, I mean, sound kits, it's not for everybody. If you're the kind of producer that just likes to buy kits and don't, because some producers just like to make beats, and that's fine. But if you're the kind that like gets in and creates your own sounds, you custom EQing and layering, and you get in and do parallel compression, and you do all the things, the extras to kind of custom create your own kits, you might explore that if you haven't already. If you already have, as you have the amount of sales you're going to make is going to be directly based off of the following that you've built and all that. So don't think just because you put a new drum kit out that everybody's just going to be buying it right from you. It takes the groundwork and all that, but that's another option. And you can kind of, if you have certain kind of custom sounds that you've made that are kind of signature for your sound and the beats that you make, that makes it all the better. I'm not a big fan of just these general kits that producers put out and they don't even use them really. Like for me personally, especially with a young brand, if you want to put a sound kit or drum kit out, try to find your niche in the market. I can tell you from my experience, the two kits that are performing the best for me are very unique, and there are not really that many of them in the marketplace, especially for hip-hop production and the kind of beats that I make. So those kits in particular kind of were set apart because of that, and then the other custom drum kits and things that I've released were just particular to specific drums that I was using with my beats, that I was getting in custom layering and tweaking and doing a lot of little, finicky work. I said it's not cut out. Every producer doesn't really like that approach and just wants to use stock sounds. And I'm, whatever. If it sounds good, that's what matters. As far as your production is, as long as the quality's there. But for me, it's just a natural process of creating those custom sounds. And if that's something that interests you, there's a lot of money to be made if you market it right and you create products that are unique in quality, and Yeah, that's it. I mean, there's definitely a lot of potential income to be made from sound kits.
I mean, you as a producer, we know that there's a lot of money to be made in it because we've all bought kits. Like I've paid, I don't even know how many kits I've paid for in my life. I buy kits all the time, so it's like it's one thing. We always want new sounds, and if you're not making sounds, there's somebody out there who is making sounds. So if you can make them, you can, and you like Travis said, if you market it right, you got quality sounds, you can make some money.
Another thing is another thing is say that like Travis said, your thing is not making the sounds. You go to some of these sound kit websites, they got affiliates. You can actually make a page on your website, advertise those kits, and then sell them. I mean, you're not gonna get the full premium, you're not gonna get the full price for them, but it's still an income. You know, something that sell like for $19.95, they probably give you $2 for it, whatever. You know, if you sell 100 of those a month, that's $200 a month. That's income. You know what I'm saying? So you don't have to sit up there and say, well, I don't want to. I'm trying to make these beats and use a drum synth and make these drum sounds. There are companies out there that will pay you to sell their drum kits. I mean, make sure you get the quality ones. You know what I mean? Like, because a lot of them drum kits that you see on who's the guy Superstar O on industry kits. All the ones all those are not his. He has a hell of a brand, and he can get those people to put this on his site. You know what I mean? He sends out contracts, but you can make money just selling that stuff on the side, and you can promote it or not promote it, or saying what Travis said, saying it's having to come upon it. But there's a way to keep making money without just selling beats. So selling the sound kits get to be yours or somebody else's too.
If you sign up for an affiliate program from one of these drum broker sites, or there's a few of them out there that you can be an affiliate for. If you're getting traffic, again, it goes back to getting traffic. But if you could put a little banner up on the side of your right-hand side of your blog, right? So all the content that you're getting organic traffic to, or you're driving, maybe you do a review on. You could do a review. That's another option. Do a review on a drum kit that you've bought yourself, and then put up an affiliate link for it. And now, if you've got the following, you get the traffic to that, and people like your review and are looking for similar sounds to what you're reviewing, you can make affiliate commissions. There's infinite ways to set these to utilize the affiliate programs if you don't want to get in and create your own sounds. I don't know all the sites off the top of my head, but I know there are a few of them that you can set up a free account and start making commissions off of.
You guys bringing up affiliate commissions. There's so many other ways you can make money off affiliate commissions. You can be an affiliate for My Flash Store. You can be an affiliate for SoundGen. There's so many ways. Affiliate sales are, like I said, it's more income. There's so many other ways for us to make money. So what we're trying to do is show you that just selling beats is fine, but there are so many other ways for us to make money online. There's a reason why some people struggle and other people aren't struggling. It's because the people who aren't struggling have found other ways to bring money in, and studio sessions, mixing and mastering, affiliate sales. Those are some of the ways that we're all bringing in income, as opposed to just selling a beat.
And what happens if your beat store goes down or something? Well, that's your only stream of income. That's a single point of failure. You never want to have a single point of failure in your business. Like that's going to kill it. Like what if it's down for, let's say, a period of a week? I mean, this is kind of a worst case scenario. Well, let's just for instance, it could happen. Something like that could happen, and your sole stream of income is completely wiped out. So that's where the diversification comes in. When it's coming, it's going to make everything run smoothly. You got money coming in from here, from here, from here, from here. But if one of these particular income streams is down for any given period of time, it doesn't matter because you've got all these additional streams that are going to be flowing in to cover you.
And not only can it happen, it has. Yeah. 2 days before Christmas, my flash store went down. I hit up Trav. I'm like, yo, Trav, man, what's that link to SoundGen, bro? I'm about to switch today. They trying to mess my Christmas money up. But yeah, things like that happen. My flash store was down for 2 days. They got hacked. So, I mean, you guys got to think about this. Expand and diversify so you don't take too much of a hit.
Yep. And that goes with us telling you to be everywhere.
Yep.
You got to be everywhere.
My flash store goes down, you're on BeatStars.
Yep.
My flash store and BeatStars go down, well, you got Beat Brokers.
You got SoundGen. You got whatever it is. I mean, whatever you're using, you should always have more than one way to make money. Next up, we're gonna talk about consultations, which is something that I do. I know Trav does consultations. I can't. My computer's been down for what, like 2 weeks now. So I haven't been able to make beats for 2 weeks, and it sucks. But being that I got my laptop and my blog is running, I'm able to promote my consultations, and I get on a Google Hangout like this, or we Skype, and I talk to artists and producers, business plans on how to get them traffic or whatever it is they want to talk about, whatever it is they're trying to learn, and I charge anywhere between $97 and $197 an hour. I don't know. I mean, for me, it's great money. I had 4 sessions this week. I made almost $600, and I talked for 4 or 5 hours, and it's an hour a day. I mean, like I can't. Consultations are great for me. I know, Trav, if you want to talk about it, it's just.
Yeah, I mean, I can attest to it. I can attest to it. I mean, it's definitely again a supplemental. I don't do as many consultations. I do. I've done artists, like music marketing consultations with artists and producers. I've done like music production consulting coaching is the most that is the majority of what I've done with young beat makers wanting to learn certain software and learn certain strategies for music production, and it's fun for me, to be quite honest. Money aside, like I just enjoy chopping it up with people who are hungry and want to learn. Like that, I mean, somebody who puts down money to have a one-on-one coaching consulting session with you is not just your run-of-the-mill person looking for free information. Like they are really pursuing it, whatever it is. If it's building their music career or learning how to make beats or whatever the case. But that I just enjoy it. Like to me, the money is just the extra, on the icing on the cake. But I just enjoy having the genuine communication and hearing the the passion and the drive and sitting and take notes and really wanting to learn the stuff. So for me, I didn't know it was going to be like that, but just after a couple sessions, I've been doing this for a little while as far as the one-on-one consultations, but I just really enjoy it. It just I said money aside, but that's another option. You got to develop a skill set, obviously, to do that. You can't just be Joe Schmo with no followers and just starting out. Like you have to do something. Give content, give value to make people know that you're an authority in that area and that you know what you're talking about. Otherwise, people don't just drop down money with people they don't know, like, and trust, people that they don't see an authority in. I mean, somebody's not going to drop $100 with Kush if they don't think Kush can help them.
I know for us, I know me and Travis, we were at an event in New Orleans, and we had heard somebody talk about consultation, and it clicked in our heads. Literally, we heard them talking, and at the same time, we were doing consultations already, but what they were saying, like, kind of sparked it again for us, like, yeah, we really need to get back into doing consultations. And it's just like Travis said, man, I like helping people expand their business. This is why we do this every week. We don't have to shoot these videos, but we do it because we want to see people having success, especially producers, man, like, because we know how hard it is. So when somebody hits me up and they're like, yo, B, I want to get a consultation with you, I know this person is ready, and I know they're ready to really expand their business, because for me, I try to give them as much content as I can in that hour session, because I want them to leave, and I want them to know, like, look, I got my money's worth. I got a straight blueprint to how I can get to making money online and selling beats online, and I pack that hour with content. And like I said, for me, it's a good revenue stream, but you got to know what you're talking about. You got to do your homework, and you got to know what you're talking about, because you're going to get hit with questions that maybe you didn't expect, and you got to have answers, because they're paying you for those answers. So you really got to be well-rounded when it comes to the business side and even the technical side when it comes to if you want to start doing consultations.
There's a saying, it's your income can only grow to the extent that you do. So if you limit your skill sets, you're only going to be able to generate revenue in those particular skill sets. But the more that you learn and the more that you actually have, that you've applied and you have real, experience from. I mean, we all learn, we know the knowledge, but until we apply it and actually get the results or the opposite of what we expected, we don't really know it. So you have to go through and take the knowledge and apply it. and really get your own honest results to be able to speak on it. And so you've got to make sure that you're not limiting yourself with your whatever skill sets you want to generate income from. If you want to be skilled at music marketing, you want to be skilled at be the top dog on whatever stall you're using, you got to put in the time and effort and work to develop that skill set and that intellect to say, okay, now I'm an authority in this topic. Now you can pay me money to learn the tips and tricks that I've learned that I spent all this time to develop.
I mean, that's really the only consultations I've ever done with some FL Studio consultations, and it's like Brian said, you got to give them content, you got to give them over deliver, always over deliver, and you'll be great. Like what I did for most of these was record them as we went along. So I mean, if they didn't get the technique right away, it's kind of different than talking and saying, hey, let's get your business plan together, because I'm usually writing stuff down. But when you're doing technical stuff like music production, I screencast it, and then I also send it to them, give them that over-deliver factor. So it's like, oh, you recorded it too bad. I appreciate that. Like, always over-deliver, and you have to, again, know what you're talking about.
Definitely. I definitely record all my consultations and send them out, because maybe you missed something. I always want them to be able to go back and watch something. And to be honest with you, I've had consultations with people more than once. They've come back a year later and said, yo, I want to set up another session with you and talk about some new stuff. It's like I said, it's always, and Travis said you start to build relationships with these people, and people who are your friends or people who know, like, and trust you, they're going to come back and they're going to keep working with you because the content that you're giving them is valuable. They're using it and they're making money from it, and you're the person that's giving it to them, so they're always going to keep coming back for more content, for more help, for more value. I guess the last topic we want to talk about is this YouTube AdSense, which has got two people on this panel extremely happy. They're getting checks. Go ahead, y'all.
I'm always happy to see those Google payments, bro. I'm always happy to see Google sending me a direct deposit, a check into my checking account. It used to be the physical checks. I used to get the physical check. You had the option. You get the physical checks or you could direct deposit. I always picked the physical checks, even take like 5, just because I wanted to see it and see, like, from Google, whatever, Google Grade or whatever it was, just to see that. But that comes from, what does that come from? Okay, it comes from monetizing your YouTube videos. You got to get traffic to those. It comes from monetizing your website or blog. You can put up different banner ads. So that's pretty much all integrated into Google AdSense. And you got to get traffic. I mean, that's it. You got to put out content. If you're going to monetize your videos, you can't just put out a couple of videos and then be like, I've had people like, why am I getting paid? Well, you got like 100 views on this video. Like, you got to get. That's why putting out multiple threads for people to find the videos. And then once you start getting viral factors and you start ranking for certain keyword searches, that's where it becomes that snowball effect, and it makes it a lot easier. And the great thing about monetizing your blog and YouTube videos is ideally that stuff is continuing to grow. Like, it's not, unless you're just paying for a lot of traffic to your site and you just, like, for 1 month to get a lot of clicks on ads or something. But if you got videos that you're shooting and you continue to shoot, your subscriber base is going to continue to grow. More people are going to be watching your videos and playing your videos, so there's more potential for you to make money off of that. And I'm now to the point where I'm seeing a check every month from Google, which is dope. Like, it's just free. It's basically, I look at like free money. I would still be doing the content. I would still be putting up the blog post even without that monetization, but that extra factor just makes it even that sweeter, man.
I mean, Tony Robbins said it the best, right? You get paid for the value you give out. I mean, you don't get paid for time, honestly. If we all got paid for time, it'd be shit. But if you get paid for value, and I'm getting paid for doing nothing but giving out value. You kidding me? Like, man, I love YouTube. I love YouTube for that. I didn't even know until I went and checked my analytics, and one day I received an email. I was like, oh snap, this just got real.
It's just like that's the other reason why shooting video content, if you're going to monetize it, which I don't understand why you wouldn't if it's your content, you're shooting a beat making video, you're shooting a tip video, tutorial, all that stuff you can monetize, and you're going to be you're driving traffic and building know, like, and trust for the products. If you got drum kits and you do a tutorial, or you do something, you're bring awareness to your sound kits. If you're doing a beat making video or doing some other music marketing tip or music artist tip, you bring awareness to your beats. So shooting the content just to bring awareness to your brand and your products is enough. But the fact that now you can monetize on top of that and make money just off of views and clicks, no brainer.
No brainer. I mean, like I said, there's just so many ways that we can monetize our music production, and I feel like a lot of people aren't taking advantage of it because they don't know, which is really literally why we shot the three-part series, because most producers that I meet, when I speak to them one-on-one, they say, I just want to sell beats. And because I always ask, like, are you open to learning different ways to make money? And they all say, I just want to sell beats. A lot of them say, I just want to sell beats. And I know from 20 years of doing this that there's so many other ways for us to bring in money to supplement if the beats ain't selling, because they ain't going to sell every day. But if I know I got $25 coming from here, $45 coming from this mastering session, another $100 coming from me doing a consultation, it helps. It helps to, you know, offset when the beats ain't really moving. And some of them pay even more. Like, I mean, like I said, I had 4 sessions this week set up for this week for consultations. They paid in advance, and I made $600. My $500 for the month is made, and I didn't sell. It's not even with a beat sale. So like, you got to think that all of those things combined. If you got all those things combined, that's how people are making. Some producers are making a living and literally living off their beats, because they've got those skill sets to help them get to that next level as far as financials go.
A consultation usually happens a lot faster than the whole beat process too.
Yeah.
from start to finish, mixing and mastering it. I mean, yeah. I love it. I love making money.
I love making money. I love helping the community, man. Like I said, we wouldn't do this if we don't have to share these things with anybody. We're not making money by sharing this information or anything. Like, this doesn't pay us. It just helps the community, man. I hate seeing people struggle who don't have to struggle. If you knew the information, you wouldn't struggle as hard as you do. So, like, that's why we put it out here. It's not a job. We can literally take this hour and be making beats and doing something to help our business, but we take that time out because we know what it was like to not make any money. So I think
we just gave you 20 different ways to make money. Now go make some money.
There's a reason why Burger King, McDonald's just don't sell hamburgers.
Yeah.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Imagine they sold hamburgers, but there's a guy outside in front of the spot that's selling sodas. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, you got to diversify your income. And I know we sit up here and say, I want to be a producer, I just want to sell beats. I mean, that's the case. If Dr. Dre should have never started Aftermath, he should have never did Beats by Dre.
Yep.
I mean, you see all these people, everybody in their mind got headphones now.
He's made more money off headphones than he ever did off production.
Dude makes $20 a second. quite literally.
But he doesn't get to that point if he didn't master his craft.
Yeah.
His craft was production. So master your craft, man, and he went from DJing to making beats to being one of the best engineers probably in hip hop history to selling headphones, man. Like, he diversified his income to $1 billion.
I mean, look at 50 Cent. If we want to bring up like moguls and like, I mean, there's so many, you know, he's got his own headphone line. I don't even know if 50 had shoes. I don't even know with him. He
got his own movie studio. He's done put video games out. He got vitamin water. This dude just did some underwear deal for $70 million. Like,
the boys make the drawers while he's in his drawers.
Britney Spears made $1 billion, and you know what she sold? Perfume. That's how she made her money.
All the pop stars.
What's it smell like?
Britney Spears, Katy Perry, all of them.
Man, I'm telling you.
I mean, like I said, you see from people like that, they understand that they got some type of authority, they got some type of pool, and they're saying, how can I monetize
everything they do?
Everything that I do. And that's what you got to start thinking. Like, if you really want to be a success in this game, and you really want to have some type of longevity, I mean, like, God forbid hip hop goes away. Somebody's still going to need mixing and mastering from any type of music. You can still do consultations for artists because the business structure is going to be the same. Maybe you start talking to artists who don't make hip hop. There's always going to be some type of way for you to make money as long as you build your skills on different aspects of this game.
Branding.
Pretty much.
That's all it is.
With the big B.
The brand's here, and now that opens you up. That opens you up for all this stuff if you've got that brand. I mean, without a brand that Dre had, none of that stuff's possible. Without the brand that 50 had, none of that stuff's possible.
Yep.
Think of if all the McDonald's went down, you think McDonald's still can make money a year later? Say all the McDonald's got blown up, specifically McDonald's too. They could get it. Their brand is so strong they could get investors the next day and start building. Like that's how powerful the brand is.
I mean,
take away all the assets.
You look at somebody like Donald Trump. How many times have we seen Donald Trump is bankrupt?
A lot.
2 years later, he's back to being a billionaire. A year later. Why? Because he's associated himself with being with money. People don't have a problem investing money into what project he's going to do because he's built that authority. He's built that brand up to like it's Trump, like, and that's what it is, man. Like you got to start thinking of yourself, thinking and acting like a business when you're online, whatever you're doing. Understand that you are a business at this point. And when you start thinking like a business, you start making business decisions, and you realize that there's a lot of opportunities out there for you to grow, as long as you're conducting yourself the right way and looking for options.
Now, you go to my website. One thing I do have, let me know it. I provide music video production services. I got a whole team that goes and shoot videos. You know, if you go on my page and you look at bmobile.com and look at the music video services, you'll see the examples of all the work I've done. With local artists, we've done commercials, we've done little 30-minute dialogues for people for the album coming out. We did stuff for law firms. I did stuff for insurance company. You know what I mean? So you gotta have other ways. Like I said, there's so many ways to make money, man. It's ridiculous. I mean, there's a reason why people go to Warren Buffett. People with money go to Warren Buffett so they can make more money.
I mean, I've done things with that. I got this little video thing that I use to shoot my beat making videos. It's just a service I have online, and I've taken that Animoto service and monetize it. I go to businesses in my neighborhood and where I'm at in Chicago, and it's a furniture store not far from where I live, but they sell ethnic furniture, so it's just like African furniture and stuff like that. I went up there one day, took pictures in the lady's shop, came back to the house, threw it in this little video program, threw a beat behind it, walked right back up to her shop, showed her the video. I said, I can make 5 of these for you for $500. Promote your store. I did that and it took me nothing but 10 minutes. I said, what's your online presence look like? You got any videos on YouTube, anything? No. I had no idea what I was talking about. I said, look, I'll do 5 videos for your store, $100 a video. She's selling couches for $4,000. That money was nothing to her. But for me, I gained the customer like that because I went up there, asked her if I could take some pictures and show her what I could do. And it took me literally no time to upload those videos and put some text in there to make a small commercial for her. But this, like I said, it doesn't happen if you're not looking for those opportunities. I threw my own beat behind it with no samples, and that's it, man. You just gotta there's ways to make money out here as long as you're looking for the opportunities.
And these, I'll just say lastly, get creative, because these are only a few of the many ways. Take this and come up with your own ways to make. Maybe you specialize in different areas, and come up with, okay, how could I tie this in with my main brand and offer this maybe as a side service? But you have to have the entrepreneurial vision and the outlook to see those potential opportunities to scrape in those multiple income streams, MSIs, multiple streams of income.
Yep. I guess that's about it, man. Let's get up out of here. We've been on for about 30 minutes, 35 minutes. Click the link below. There's going to be a PDF for you to see what's going on in GTS movement. We'd love to have you join the team so we can have these type of discussions off camera and you can see what we're doing and just show you some new techniques and new tips on how you can really get into making some money online and the step-by-step that we do to get to that point. So, boy, V Kush Beats. Peace.
Yep. Travis with T Customs Productions. I'll sign out. Like he said, with GTS, I'll reiterate this because I think it's just so invaluable. We meet at least 4 to 5 times a month for at least an hour to an hour and a half to discuss anything and everything and delve into any kind of questions and any problems you're struggling. So if you don't have that access to ask those questions and get that information, there's a free PDF below, and you guys can see exactly what we have for you. But with that, I'll sign out, turn it over.
All right, guys, it's your boy KC. They wrapped it up pretty well, so I'm gonna just pass it over.
Yes, your man, Will B Mobile. Hey, they lay it all out for you. Links down below. Take advantage of it. Like I said, we're here for you, here to ask questions, man. So, now I always say it, closed mouth never gets fed. So ask some questions.
Oh yeah, go make money.
That's what's up, y'all. We'll see you guys next week on the next webinar. GTS Movement is the team. Click that link below, get that PDF, and we will see you in the group. Peace.
Peace.